Afternoon, Parallel Parker here with Parallel Parker's Disc Diggins. This is the show where I share with you the fruits of my hunting and gathering expeditions, looking for collectible vinyl for $1 or $2 a pop. I never throw away a record, it's a sacred thing. Me and the missus went to Goodwill Industries recently, ostensibly to buy a lamp for our eBay room, and I never go to this particular Goodwill because it's as dry as a bone. It's always a heartbreaking situation as far as media or vinyl is concerned. However, on this day, we did find our lamp, but we also found the floor strewn with boxes and boxes and boxes of vinyl, as far as the eye could see, right in the middle of the storeroom floor. I would estimate maybe 1,500 records. It's a rare occurrence. You never see anything like that at that particular Goodwill. So I started playing through them. A lot of lounge, Exotica, 101 strings. You also have your usual suspects like Engelbert Humperdinck and Ray Conniff and stuff like that. But I found some good things. In fact, I had to throw some of the fish back in the pond because there were so many records there. I had to give up on like the records that were worth like $7.99 to $9.99. I started shooting exclusively for the $15 to $20 records. And anyway, got myself a pretty good stack. I'll share them with you. You might want to write a comment, tell me how I did. Let me refresh myself for a second here. And let's get started. 101 strings, I said, I mentioned. Boy, they've made a lot of records, and every time I look through start digging through a collection, I see new ones. This is 101 strings, the sensuous sounds of the trumpet. Nice bit of Cheesecake, and this record is surprisingly valuable. This is in the $25 range on Amazon anyway. I don't know if I'll get that much for it, but attractive cover. Next up, Charlie Byrd, The Look of Love. Now this one wasn't worth all that much, but I happen to like Charlie Byrd because he's a good jazz guitarist from the old school, way back when in the 60s. And any Charlie Byrd album can't be all bad. And again, a nice bit of Cheesecake on the cover. Charlie Byrd, The Look of Love. This one I know nothing about. It's called Heat Wave, the Rene Paulo group. And of course, as you could well imagine, the main point of interest here is the cover. And usually especially from this era, there is no date on this. And it is a demonstration copy. Well, this girl's demonstrating a little bit, I would say. Anytime it shows a little bit of flesh or any kind of soft pornography on the cover, there's going to be value, okay, because those are rare. All right, so I was happy to get this one. Heat Wave. What kind of titles are on this? Heat Wave, Love and the Weather, Reaching for the Moon, Rhapsody, Say It Ain't So. There's no business like show business, so there's some standards on here, and I would be interested to listen to this record before I sold it. All right. This one, I'm not sure why I got it. Larry Holmes, The Love Theme from Lolita. Lolita was a book about an underage girl who seduced overaged men, and I thought it was an interesting subject matter. It's The Love Theme from Lolita by Larry Holmes. Nice picture on the cover, back cover too. I think that must be Lolita. Anyway, MGM record, soundtrack record. Well, it's not a soundtrack record. It's a bunch of movie favorites. They have the Love Theme from Lolita, Tammy, Love in a Goldfish Bowl, No Time for Sergeants. That was a movie and a book, so fairly eclectic selection of movie themes. Another 101 Strings. It's Golden Volume 3 Oldies. I got it for the cover, but also it has some value. It's in the $15 range, if I recall. And I was going to pass this one up, but something about it caught my eye. It's got a lot of weird songs on it, like Hound Dog, Are You Lonesome Tonight, Friendly Persuasion, Lonesome Railroad Blues. Interesting selection of songs. 101 Strings. They made a whole lot of records, what we used to call Muzak. Easy listening, easy on the nervous system. All right, we got another 101 Strings here. I got again because of the cover. Now this was in the $10 range, but I do like the cover. 101 Strings, The Sound of Magnificence. Come Sail With Me. Got a lot of pretty girls here on the cover. And the titles range from Blue Hawaii, Baja de Acapulco, The Shadow of Your Smile, Malibu Sun. Well, there seems to be a beach party theme going on here on the cover and in the grooves. So here's another Cheesecake cover of the Cha-Cha variety. Cheesecake covers don't get much better than this. It's nice composition, nice color, great vintage. This is the 50s. RKO Records. Doesn't have a date, so it must be a first run. Cha-Cha Me Baby. Charlie Fantasy. That's interesting. A lot of songs here I never heard of, but I think this would be an interesting record, and I certainly like the cover, and it's in excellent condition. All the records, or for the most part, all the records were all in this particular haul were very good plus to near mint, and most of them were near mint. Some guy obviously traded in his whole collection, and a lot of the records were in plastic sleeves. So, you know, I was at the right place at the right time. This is Fever Smoke, The Three Sons. This is a guitar-based group. The Three Sons, I've had success selling their stuff before. I'd never seen this record before. Fever and Smoke, nice Cheesecake cover. Theme from A Summer Place, Tequila, Sleepwalk, you know that one. Volare, Misty. Nice selections on this one. Nice selections of songs. I think I'll enjoy listening to this. I might even want to burn this to the computer before I sell it. Okay. This was one of the few, well, I call it contemporary, and there's a sticker on there which I don't like, but I am going to mess with it now. Because after a couple of beers, I don't mess it up and take some of the cover off with it. But I'll clean it up later. John Mayall Blues from Laurel Canyon. John Mayall is a blues artist I admire. He was part of the British blues invasion. A lot of people don't remember that in America, blues artists and blues music was kind of kicked to the curb with the advent of Elvis Presley and rock and roll and the Beatles, and it was kind of the British blues movement that gave our music back to us, and this was one of the pioneers of that movement, John Mayall. This record is also significant in the respect that I do believe this is the first record that erstwhile Rolling Stones guitarist Mick Taylor appeared on. Mick Taylor was one of John Mayall's blues breakers before he became a Rolling Stone, and I do believe this is the first record that he appeared on with John Mayall. I don't know why I got this one. I like Carly Simon, so I bought it. It was in good shape, and you know, I guess this would be considered a Cheesecake cover. It was an impulse buy. George Shearing Quintet with string choir, Velvet Carpet. This is in excellent condition. I could get away with listing this as like new. Beautiful Cheesecake cover. George Shearing is an artist I admire. His music is very easy on the nervous system. It is jazz. He developed this sound using his piano, a xylophone, and a guitar, all playing the melody line, so that it created unique kind of third entity. Uh, it's a method that a lot of producers use, using very mundane instruments and interesting combination to create a new instrument. And he kind of did that. He created a sound that was all his own. This is George Shearing Quintet, and most of the time he has very attractive Cheesecake covers. That's how he chooses to present his records visually. This one I liked purely because of the cover. 101 Strings again, East of Suez. This would be considered easy listening and Exotica and Cheesecake all rolled into one. It's still got the shrink on it. If it's in good shape and it's not all torn up or dirty, I like to leave the shrink on it. Okay, some people say it warps the records if the shrink is open and it's still on the cover. I have not encountered that phenomenon. I leave the shrink wrap on there. All right, and this is full of Middle Eastern intrigue. The selections are Baghdad in a Persian market, Song of India, temple dancers, moonlight on the Taj Mahal. You get the idea. They're going for a Middle Eastern theme here, and that pretty girl kind of embodies the whole kit and caboodle. This one, not sure what to say about this one. Femme de Femme, Where Did Love Go? Nice group of pretty girls on the cover. Amazon seems to think that this record has intrinsic value. eBay doesn't, so I will probably try to post this on Amazon and hope for the best. I've had that phenomena happen more than once, where I can't give something away on eBay, but I'll be able to sell it on Amazon for a surprising price. Amazon has its limitations and shortcomings, but you do tend to get more money on media, records, and CDs than you do on eBay, if you're willing to wait. eBay is usually a quicker sale if you're willing to drop your price. 101 Strings again. 101 Strings I have not seen before. I think they have an infinite amount of records that they put out. But this is sure a nice looking one. This is 101 Strings, San Francisco. I used to live in the Bay Area, so this caught my eye immediately, and I bought it for that reason. It's a $10 record. It's in excellent condition, and I really like the cover. In fact, it's something I might even consider framing for my man cave. Sure is a nice looking girl. All right, and we're at the end of our rope here. Making a encore appearance is Velvet Carpet by George Shearing. The record that was so nice, I purchased it twice on the same day. Excellent condition. So that was my vinyl haul from Goodwill Industries. $1 a pop. Can't beat that. Tell me what you think. Subscribe if any of what I've been talking about intrigues you. Hell, subscribe even if you don't give a crap, because I need the traffic. Alright? So until the next time, this is Parallel Parker signing out. Good digging, and toodaloo.